Hi, my name is Matthew Bellisario. Thanks for coming back by the BellisarioSonic YouTube channel from the heart of the Deep South on the outskirts of Birmingham, Alabama. We talk about music and records and listen to records. Today I'm going to be doing a review of the Art Pepper Craft Recordings Contemporary series of Acoustic Sounds, Smack Up. I've listened to this one time, and I have a lot of different jazz albums that I've bought over the last year or two that I still haven't done reviews on. So I'm also putting those in the rotation because there's just a lot of fantastic albums. And before I was doing them 5 days a week, as you guys know, I'm doing them now Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm able to add a lot of records into the rotation that I've had for a while that I haven't reviewed yet. So this is a really fantastic record here. I've been collecting these Craft Acoustic Sounds Pepper releases as they come out. He's one of my favorite saxophone players. This right here is his 11th album, and I think his 4th and on the contemporary label. This craft edition of 180 gram vinyl pressed at QRP. The lacquers are cut from the original analog tapes by Bernie Grundman, and of course they are packed in a tip-on jacket here. As always, they do such a nice job on these. So I'm excited to drop this on the turntable and have you guys have a listen. I'm going to talk a little bit about Art Pepper and give you a little background on this record as we go. I'm going to pull this out and clean it off. And of course, with these Acoustic Sounds series, you have the nice QRP inner anti-static sleeve. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this off, and we're going to have a listen. I also want to bring to your attention some of the past reviews that I've done here. If you didn't see the Cannonball review, fantastic. Sounds like he's in your room playing saxophone for you. This is a remarkable sounding record. If you didn't see my review on that, go check that out. Also, if you guys missed these new releases by some fantastic jazz players, please go give them a chance. We need to support working artists. This Rasmus Sorensen review that I did, go check this out. Great straight ahead jazz, almost reminiscent of the Bill Evans trio. If you like Bill Evans, I think you're going to dig this record. This Marquise Hill is a fantastic live record, 2-record set. If you didn't see the review on that, go check that out. Emma Rovich, if you didn't check that out, this album, fantastic modern type of, more of an avant-garde type of jazz. This is fantastic. Go check out that review. And then this Kenneth Jimenez album that I reviewed. If you didn't see that and you like free jazz type of avant-garde free jazz type thing going on, this is a really interesting album, really cool. A lot of talented guys on this as well. So those are just some of the new reviews that I've done here lately, and all those are recent reviews of records that have come out within the last year or so, and by modern recording artists that are making jazz right now. So when you guys go give a thumbs up on those you're really promoting their music, and that's what I'm trying to do here, is to get people to listen to the records, because there's a lot of great new jazz being made now that people don't know about. So as great as these kind of releases are that I'm getting ready to do here, these reissues, as much as I love those and love sitting down and listening to this Art Pepper record, I also like to sit down and listen to the new records as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just drop this on side 1, and Art Pepper Quintet. We're going to listen to the tune Smack Up. Of course, Art Pepper, his primary instrument is the alto saxophone, although he did occasionally record on the tenor, the clarinet, and bass clarinet. I'm going to talk a little bit about Art Pepper, where he got his start at, and we're going to talk a little bit about this record, which was originally produced by Lester Koenig. So let's drop it on the RT85 Fluence with the Ortofon Blue going through a Shitmoney preamp into my Yamaha HS8 speakers. And I'm trying to save up money to buy a new preamp, because I want to get a better preamp. So hopefully I can get the cash for that here maybe the next few months. I'll let you guys know. All right. Smack Up. 24th, 25th of 1960. Nice sounding record so far. Art's in the center, pretty much. Piano over here, bass over here, drums over here. Nice warm sound. Trumpet over here. So a nice sound here. I would say that it's not quite up to the sound of this. Personally, it doesn't have quite as much depth as that does, but it does have a warm sound with some depths and resonance. It sounds nice. It's just not quite maybe what that is. But nice sound in recording, great playing on here. So you got Art on alto saxophone, Jack Sheldon on trumpet, Pete Jolly on piano, Jimmy Bond on bass, Frank Butler on drums. All the tracks are between 4 and a little over 7 minutes, so they're pretty digestible record, and for people that are getting into jazz, it's a great straightforward, straight ahead record. Pretty nice pressing, flat, quiet. That's smack up. This album here consists of compositions written by various saxophone players. So like Harold Land, Benny Carter, Ornette Coleman, and I think there's a couple on here, at least one that he wrote, which I think is the next one. More importantly, these songs are very diverse. They move from a Benny Carter style to an Ornette Coleman style. So it's a pretty diverse record. This album falls in between the Getting Together record and the Intensity record, both on the Contemporary label. And this has a nice hard driving rhythm section. Really, Jimmy Bond and Frank Butler are quite impressive on this album. And there's really a lot of conversation going on between Art Pepper and the trumpet player, Jack Sheldon. So there's some pretty cool, harmonic and rhythmic variations on this album that I think make it fun to listen to. And sometimes on a couple of these tunes, like Tears Inside, the Ornette Coleman tune, they're really stretching things out, and sometimes it sounds like things kind of going off the rails a little bit, but always within this solid framework, in my opinion, kind of a straight ahead jazz. But the nice thing about this album, again, is the variation in styles, which is what he was kind of going for, to celebrate all these different types of players, saxophone players in the jazz tradition. So this is a Art Pepper tune here. Art Pepper has over 54 releases as a leader, not including the posthumous releases that were released by his wife. And if you don't know much about Art Pepper, I'll just give you a quick rundown. He grew up on the West Coast, started playing clarinet at the age of 9, switched to saxophone at 13, and began jamming in the Central Avenue district of LA, which was a popular place for the clubs. So he played in like the Ritz and different clubs out on the Central Avenue district. And at 17, he began playing professionally with Benny Carter and also became part of the Stan Kenton Orchestra, touring with that band until he was drafted in 1944. But by the 50s, he was recognized as one of the greatest saxophone players in jazz, and finished only to Charlie Parker as the best alto saxophonist in downbeat in 1952. So that gives you an idea of how, you know, how famous he was in the jazz world. And of course, his career was plagued, unfortunately, by heroin addiction, which got him 4 lockups in prison. And I think that obviously contributed to him dying of a stroke at the age of 56. Nice swinging tune here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring this down and flip over the record so we can hear a song off the other side here. So there's your track listing. So again, all these craft releases, the Art Pepper releases that I've received so far have been fantastic, and I will be going through and reviewing all of them, so they'll be in the rotation somewhere. Coming up, I did get my shipment from Italy, so I have this Cristiano Giardini jazz record from Italy, hot off the press, all analog recording. This will be coming up soon, so stay tuned for that. I'm excited about this. This is something that, you know, is from Italy, and they're all Italian players here that are famous in Italy, and so I'm excited to review this. This comes from the Bird Box Records, and they sent me that for review. So be on the lookout for that. Hopefully they're trying to get distribution here in the United States because the shipping's so expensive from Italy. It's hard for people to buy on the website. So hopefully they're trying to work out a distribution deal here in the US. So we'll see, hopefully that works out for them. All right, let me go ahead and turn over the record here. We'll play a song off the other side. Again, a nice flat pressing, quiet. And if you're into Art Pepper, this is another, you really can't go wrong with any of the contemporary releases, in my opinion. And really, it's hard to go wrong with any Art Pepper record. I've probably got about 25 of his releases, probably almost half his catalog at this point, and they're all fantastic. So this is How Can You Lose, a Benny Carter tune. I appreciate you guys watching the channel, supporting the channel, and I really love you guys leaving comments. You know, when I do these videos, it's like kind of like you're coming over and I'm playing records for you. And so I don't know a lot of people, friends that are into music like I am. So every once in a while, some people will come over, I'll play some records for them, but it's really something fun for me to share with you guys, to share all this great music, let you know what I think about the pressings and things like that, and hopefully expose you to new musicians, new records that you might not know about. That's kind of what this channel is all about. So I appreciate you guys really watching the channel and supporting the channel. So yeah, nice sounding album. I wouldn't say, if I should probably start a grading system or something. So, you know, if I can say that this Cannonball record is like a 8.5 on a scale of warmth, depth, resonance, you know, I could say that this Smack Up is like more like a 7, you know, just to kind of give you an idea. So maybe I'll come up with some kind of a rating scale or something. So yeah, thumbs up on this one. Another very digestible record, something that everybody can get into. Someone who's just getting started in the jazz, this would be a good pickup. And as always, this series is fantastic. All right, folks, thanks for joining me. Stay tuned. Again, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday will be a new review. And the next one coming up, I'm going to be opening up this David Hellbach Austrian Syndicate album on the Act label, Fusion here. So I'm excited to review this with you guys. Something you guys probably haven't seen or heard of. All right, folks, happy listening. Thanks again for joining me. Thanks for giving a thumbs up. Thanks for subscribing. And we'll see you on the next video.